Okay, so I am now recording, and I'll put the link to the agenda in the chat below, and I will gavel in the meeting at 5:31 p.m. Hello, everyone. It's lovely to see all your profile pictures after spring break. Um, yeah, Wendy, your screen is just straight up black. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. I hope y'all had a restful break. Words are hard. Already gavelled in. Let's do a quick roll call. And names, pronouns, position, and we'll open up the questions like what you do for spring break, because I'm genuinely curious. So my name is Kai Pages. Wow, I have a last name. Speaker of the Senate, he, him pronouns. And for spring break, I just walked around DC, got lost, and went in a large Fibonacci style circle. I'm gonna pass it off to Julius. Let's do it popcorn style. Get moving.
Hello, my name is Julius Gale. My pronouns are he and his. What I did for spring break, I went to Richmond to visit my brother because this school doesn't have spring break. And I played basketball with him, and we went like apartment searching a little bit here and there. Found a real nice place for him. Next, B.
Hello, my name is Beatrice Gutierrez Malagon. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the coordinator for leadership at Campus Life, also one of the 2 SGA Senate advisors. What I did for spring break, aside from sleeping and watching a lot of America's Next Top Model, I got to present at the Baylor Leadership Summit this past weekend, so that was really cool. I got to present on effective leadership, so it was a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Mati.
Hi, my name is Mati, she, her pronoun. I'm a SGA senator. My spring break was not a spring break to begin with because only my brother and I were in spring break, and my siblings had school and my cousins came down for the week. So I spent my entire week taking care of kids. I did not have a spring break. And I'll popcorn to Jessica.
Hi, my name is Jessica. Senator, she, her pronoun. Can you hear my dog like barking in the back? Yeah. And during spring break, I think I slept a lot of it, like up to 15 hours straight, for one of the days. So yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm gonna popcorn it, to Z.
Ooh, Z is muted. But while Z is typing in the chat, Maria, what did you do for spring break? And introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Maria. My pronouns are she, her, hers. Over spring break, I got a lot of rest, which was not a good idea because now I'm behind on everything. And I will popcorn to Neil Benet.
Hi, Neil Benet. This spring break honestly felt like 2 days, so I can't really remember anything that happened, if I'm going to be honest. I've just been sleeping a lot, and I was watching Criminal Minds for the second time, but now I started watching NCIS. So I've been trying to like budget my time better because all I do is watch NCIS now. And I'm going to popcorn to Mershad.
Mershad said he toured East Coast for break, and it's Mershad Devins, president. He's serious.
Oh, I always forget my pronouns. She, hers. Sorry.
No worries, no worries. Victoria, what about you?
Hey, I'm Victoria. I use she, her, hers pronouns. I am Senate Secretary, and for spring break, I went to San Antonio, Texas, so that was pretty cool. Oh, and I popcorn Minna.
Hi, my name is Nana. My pronouns are she, hers. I'm a SGA senator. And honestly, for spring break, I worked on a research paper all week, so I'm fried and I wish I got a break. But, we'll just keep going until summer break. I popcorn. Z, did you go? Oh, his mic doesn't work. Sorry, I don't know who's left.
I can go.
Oh, Reese. Oh, sorry. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I'm Wendy. I use they them pronouns. I'm the assistant speaker, and I spent most of spring break co-leading alternative spring break with the Center for Democracy and Civic Life. So now I'm behind on schoolwork, but ASB went really well. And Reese.
Thank you. My name is Reese Derminsky, he, him pronouns. I'm a senator. And over spring break, I mostly just watched television. I started Legion on Hulu. It's pretty interesting. I believe that concludes.
Dope, 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 dope. Yeah, I'm glad that some of you were able to get rest, but for those hardworking people, I commend you for working through, because I pushed everything to the last minute. I even have an exam like pulled up midway through, and I'm just like, I'll do it later tonight. So snaps to all of y'all. I will go next to the land acknowledgement stating from Dr. Lee. It's loading. I still haven't memorized it yet. Okay. Related to our value of inclusive excellence, we would like to acknowledge that UMBC is built on the native tribal lands of the indigenous Piscataway Conoy tribes. We acknowledge the painful history of forced removal from this territory, honor their history as cultivators of this land, and respect the many diverse indigenous peoples still connected to this land on which we gather, even if it's virtual. Okay. With that, let's move on to the approval of the agenda. Short and sweet. I thought we could ease into after such a break, week-long break. But yeah, what are your thoughts? Is there a motion on the floor?
Move to approve the agenda.
Hey,
Seconded.
there's a second by Reese. All right, general consensus. All right, agenda has been approved with general consent. Next, with the approval of the minutes, shout out to Victoria for going above and beyond like always. I just went through and fixed a few of the typos, but other than that, it looks pretty sweet deal for me. I hope y'all had the chance to look over it. Is there any amendments or motions on the floor?
I move to approve the minutes.
Thanks, Reese.
Second.
And there's a second by Wendy. All right, general consensus. Yeah. Cool. All right. So we will go straight with our first new business. Julius, you reached out to me the other day asking me if you could speak about investing and money stuff, which I don't have much knowledge on. So the floor is all yours, bud.
Okay. Could you give me, I guess, sharing permission, something like that?
Oh my! I will try my best to figure out how to do it.
Okay, that's fine. While you do that, as most of you may have known, I've been kind of delving into the world of investing and trading for the past, I guess, since October, particularly since like the pandemic started, because I was just interested in learning about multiple streams of income, and I stumbled across this company that a UMBC student was a part of, and he kind of just put me onto it. So I'm just gonna share my screen. Why do I have so many things on my screen right now? Let's see. Okay. So the name of this company is I'm Academy. And basically what it is, it's a educational platform that teaches you different skill sets. And these skill sets all kind of evolve around trading and investing. And what you see here are the different academies. Usually people that I'm part of, when they present this type of thing, it's they say it's 2 streams of income, but in actuality, I like to say it's like 5 or 6 streams of income, because each of these academies teach you a different skill set. So what we trade exactly is foreign currency, also known as FRX or Forex. And within these academies, they teach you just about the business and this entire currency exchange. And we are paired with a bunch of different educators that teach you a lot of different strategies to how to trade in the market. And by sticking with these people, I've seen a lot of people have a lot of success with this. And the next academy we have is basically foreign currency again, but it's basically you're trading in minutes. Some people say money in minutes in a sense. And it's basically the trades last 1 to 3 minutes. And that's a whole nother strategy. They trade similar things as regular Forex, but it just takes this a lot faster. Then we have digital currency, my favorite and what I usually trade, because that's most people probably say cryptocurrency is the future, Bitcoin, Ethereum, things of that nature. And that's something that I just really got into and became very successful at. If you've maybe seen a few of my Instagram posts here and there. We also have e-commerce. This is e-commerce. This is focused more on just drop shipping, creating your own business, and being able to send things to people. It's very interesting. I'm not a part of that. And the last thing we have is IBO, which is basically, I don't know if some of y'all may have seen, like you might see somebody actually like, oh, join my business for Forex or something like that, all those things like that. And some people, that's kind of that whole reason behind that is basically you become an independent business owner if you kind of bring in people and then bring people under you and you get compensated for that. So that's why they made some people fresh to like do that type of thing. Beyond that, this is just the homepage. Now, where the actual education that is at I Am Center, which is this website right here. And essentially, this is kind of like low-key like university. It's like UMBC almost in terms of like the education, because over here we start in your academies, right? In your academies, you have your different resources to teach you different things, and all in a lot of different languages. Educational program website company is universal. It's across the world, all different type of countries. You learn different Spanish, Portuguese, French, whichever you feel like really listening to. Of course, we're gonna do English because I don't know these other languages. So with that, they start you at the basics, like the pure basics, 101. And of course, at any college level education, you go from your 100 level courses to your 400 level courses. And once you get through that and you quote unquote graduate and you learn the basics, you move on to this thing called Go Live. Go Live basically is literal class. You are paired with these educators who are all 6-figure earners, by the way. They know what they're doing. Like, they're not going to lead you astray. They definitely know what they're doing. And you basically go to class at a different time, whatever time is suitable for you, and you learn. You just learn and you take trades with them. And these trades, you literally just make money for an hour or so on your trading app or whatever. Like example with this guy, he's not on right now, of course, because we're at 5 o'clock. His sessions are 10 o'clock. And the funny thing about these is sort of like every session is recorded, right? So let's say you miss a session for some odd reason, but you want to go see what he was talking about, see some education, you can go back and look at them. And they also, these educators all have favorite sessions as well. And in these favorite sessions, they talk about a lot of different things, basic teachings, or maybe some of their best trades they ever had. There's a lot of different things you can do with this. And this is just one person. We have a bunch of different educators. So you don't have to stick with just one person. Maybe you're not feeling this person right here. You can go to somebody else. So that's one thing. That's like something, one of my favorite things about this. The last thing I wanted to show you in regards to this, if I can go back to the main page. Let's have to go here. It's basically, we have strategies, like I mentioned earlier. In Forex, there are multiple different strategies that you can choose, and each educator has their own strategy as well. So for the purpose of this, I'm just going to show off, web vibrator, that's crazy. I'm just going to show off the Harmonic Scanner. Now, don't freak out when you see this screen because it's going to show a lot. At first, you're going to probably be like, what are you showing me, Joyce? What is this? So don't really flip out about it. So the important thing you need to know is don't worry about this joint. This just tells you just the movement of the chart or whatever. What you really need to look at is this D right here. So the basic thing is this D right here tells you, yeah, actually that's the funny thing. They all like butterflies and different patterns like that. So yeah, it is actually called a butterfly. So this D right here is basically an indicator to tell you to buy, to go up. And basically you just follow wherever this D is. So example, the D is up here. This would mean you would like to sell. And that's kind of the basics of it. Of course, there's more in-depth strategies you can do with this type of thing, but we don't have to really get into that type of thing. But this is on the Forex side. Now, what I do DCX. So I'm just going to show you that right now, which is this over here. So this over here is a hell of a lot simpler, in my opinion. Basically, you see these indicators here that tell you, when to buy, when to sell, and you low-key just do it. You sell here, profit. Buy here, profit. That, or you have your educators who you work with, because this also is an app as well. And on this app, these educators send you trade ideas. They send you ideas of when to get in, when to get out, how long to stay in, stuff like that. It's real accessible, honestly. And they just tell you these different things and you make profit. That's all I've done. It's really copy and paste for the most part. Nothing too hard. And the reason why I'm talking to you guys about this, because this week, which actually came to my surprise, this is after I asked Kai to talk about this. We're basically doing a free trial right now for 2 of our packages. And y'all can just get in and, experience it for a week or so, see if you like it or not, and things like that. So that's really why I wanted to talk to you about this, because I'll be really remiss to not tell people about this opportunity when I'm sitting here making money from my phone while playing video games or doing homework or something. So I really wanted to show you guys the opportunity. If you have any questions of that matter, we can talk about that. Maybe if you add a little more time, I don't want to take too much time from people and things like that. Unless you want to keep talking about this, just say something, really. But I can't really see the chat like that.
This is really dope. It looks really confusing at first glance, but the way you describe it, it makes a lot more sense. So you said it's like there's like a free trial.
So right now, I haven't shown you that. This is like, so 2 of our packages we have, HFX and DCX. So we're doing a free trial this week. For the HFX is starting, it's kind of now. You basically need to download Telegram, and we're gonna put you in a group chat. And on Tuesday, there's gonna be like a hour session where they set you up your broker and set up just all the stuff so they can teach you how to do it. And then an hour later, they're gonna trade with you. Live educators are gonna trade with you, people who are extremely experienced. I've seen these people are basically like 85, 90% accurate in all their trades. And they're gonna help you make money for free, really. They're not gonna pay you, because I had to pay for this. Like, there's a cost to this. And y'all don't gotta pay anything for this whatsoever.
How much is it usually?
The initial fee is $235. Then after that will be a monthly fee of $175.
Oh my. I guess take advantage of that free trial as much as you can.
pretty much. Now, like, for me, like the monthly wasn't that big of a deal to me because I made profits relatively quickly, and that's usually what happens for a lot of people, especially since these trades happen every day. This is a 24-hour thing, especially with digital currency. There's low-key not an excuse not to make money in this unless you're just deliberately not paying attention and just not, because you'll make money if you just go to your goal. If you go live. Another thing too is you're not alone in this matter. I'm part of an investment group with like thousands of people and thousands of mentors and people that have done this before and longer than me. And I talk to them and they help me out. You have an idea to set you up with trading plans and things like that so you don't fail in this matter. And that's what's really helped me. Just really the mentorship, and it's really like almost a big family for the most part. Everyone really cares about you succeeding. No one wants to see you fail in this matter. In this, because like you're putting the time and money and investing something into this, and you want to get a good return on your investment. So that's what we really focus on. Wait, did you raise your hand? Wendy? I saw something. I didn't really see that.
Yeah, how is this not a multi-level marketing scheme?
So I'm eating. Hold on. I'm eating an airhead. My bad. Give me 1 second. One, if this was a marketing level scheme, you would have probably saw I Am Academy get arrested at this point. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a company that's been open for 7 years. For 7 years, and multiple people in this business, a lot of six-figure earners, things like that. And other two is like we work with different brokers and things like that. All this stuff is like the profits you make are taxable for your broker as well. The company itself, when you get paid on this from the compensation plan from IBO, it's also taxable as well. So the government knows about the company, and all this stuff is perfectly legal because the banks and hedge funds do the same exact thing. They do the exact same thing. They trade Forex, they trade digital currency, and it's perfectly fine. People, why you might see why people say this is a scam or things like that, it's probably because maybe they entered the business, maybe they didn't have enough profit, maybe they blew their accounts, maybe they just failed at trading because they wasn't in it long enough, or maybe they just had the wrong people. I've been in this joint for 6 months. I've been in it since October. I've lost money, I gained money, and overall, I've had a positive experience with this. I've also bought in my brother. I wouldn't have bought him into this if I thought it was a scam, because that's my twin brother. I'm not going to put him in anything that's going to fail. And I'm not going to sit and trying to force anybody to join this business. And I know you might have your misgivings about Forex and things like that, but I'm going to put it like this. The fact that Elon Musk, of all people, decided to buy Bitcoin, things like that, shows there's something going on in this market. There's something here that a lot of people don't know about. And I decided to just take that chance myself. But I had my misgivings as well. I've seen plenty of people my age, classmates, that also were like, oh, do this, do that, had no information. They were just talking about it and no guidance. But what convinced me was this: the education, actual people that you can talk to. You can DM these educators on Instagram. You can literally go look at people up. They are real life people. They ain't no robots or anything like that. So that's basically it. But it's not a scam by any means. All this stuff can be tracked. I have paper trails of all the money I've made myself on my brokers as well. If you want to see that, it's not a scam. Any other questions? Let me stop sharing my screen.
Cool. Yeah, thanks, Julius. That looks pretty dope. I don't know anything about money. I should, but I don't. So I'll try and look at this more closely when I eventually finish this exam.
The last thing I would just say, like I said, we do have a free trial happening right now. If you want to check it out, it's on my Instagram. I have the Telegram group chat. If you just want to check it out, stuff like that. No, this will not be tied to an initiative. This is solely just me. I don't want this to be SGA affiliate or anything like that. In case, like I said, if something God forbid, may happen to you. Maybe you get into the opportunity and maybe it doesn't work out for you in the beginning. I want nothing this to do with any of you. This is all on me. I just wanted to just open this opportunity to everyone and just let you guys know, because if in a month from now, a year from now, I'm sitting here as a six-figure earner, or you might know other people you know as a six-figure earner or something like that, and they ask you how they did it or whatever, I'm just going to say, like, it's not like you didn't know, basically. Or maybe you might find out from on CNN, they talk about, oh, Forex is now the legit whatever. You heard it from me first. That's all I'm saying. That's all this matter. That's all I wanted to just inform people. I'm not here to convince anybody to join the business. If you don't do Forex, you're gonna be broke for the rest of your life, none of that stuff. I'm just here to tell you about it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a presentation, just it.
Yeah, that's what I did, Wendy. I opened up a Roth IRA, and I think like 2 years ago. I don't know how that's doing. I should probably look into that more, but yeah, if we got any more questions for you, Julius, we'll hit you up on WebEx Teams. But thanks for showing us.
No problem. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to do that. Thank you.
Of course, you're very passionate about this stuff, and I like to hear the excitement from your voice, and it's just overall good vibes. I like it. C'est la vie. All right. What's next on our agenda? Yeah, that's about it on our agenda. We're going to go straight into initiative updates. Jessica, do you mind going first? I do want to emphasize that with spring break, there was no, I want to emphasize that you're allowed to take a break, so it's okay if you didn't do anything this past spring break because it's a break, but yeah.
Yeah, my stuff is mostly just like meeting people, etc. So like I'm meeting I3B this week. Finally, yay. And then also like working with communications for like the non-returning senders. I'll be reaching out to y'all with a form tonight. If you could fill that out. I'm going first, so y'all have like still have time. But yeah, that's it.
Cool. Will you be emailing? Do you mind both emailing and putting the link in the Senator WebEx team chat? Yeah, cool. Okay, Julius.
So just kind of just doing a little more research, thinking about what offers and missions to say with the graduation rates, and I did look at them, and I'm like, geez, they are pretty bad. Not gonna lie to you, it's not that good. So I definitely trying to just incorporate that into my proposal. Really, my plan is to email and just try to set up meetings this week with the academic advisors this week. Like I said, couldn't really do that over spring break because, of course, nobody's in office. I would have liked to have sent them emails over break, but of course, they probably not going to read that. So that's what I'm working on this week, just trying to set up meetings with them and just talk about the proposal.
Yeah. Have you have you ever reached out to the Shriver Center in incorporating them as well?
For that, I wanted to at least wait until I see if what the head advisors would say first, see if any of them were on board. Then I would proceed with that, because I feel like that step is kind of like, that's more of an incentive type thing. So we can't really add incentives into this unless we know like this proposal is even like happening. You know what I mean? That's why I wanted to wait until I talk with them before proceeding with going to strike. So they'll definitely still want to be a part of this collaboration. I just need to just go step by step.
Cool. Mati.
Yeah, sorry. So the last thing I did before spring break was actually meet up with Reese, and we're discussing on the trans stuff. And so we decided to use the Translog app instead of creating a whole new app for UMBC transit students, and finding out how we can also edit like the UMBC map as well. So with the zip code and locations where students can easily find like buildings around the bus stop, so it's easier for them to locate their stops, and they can also like track when the next bus is coming, how far the next bus is. And so that's the last thing we talked about. And this week I'm to meet with Michelle and Saiba to talk about communication that's spreading like to the student body about the changes that's gonna happen with the transit department and all that. And I'm waiting to get back to Mr. T because he was out for like a month. So he'll be back by tomorrow. Yeah, his break ends on the 23rd. So I can get in touch with him by the end of this week. So that'll be good.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll be like buried under emails for being away for a month.
Email like this evening, so you'll see it again.
There we go. Big brain moves. Cool. Sounds like you're that's coming along great, Mati. Maria, what about you?
I don't have any new updates yet, because we just came back from spring break, so I'm just regrouping with the people that I was working with, and we're looking to have like a meeting and just, catching up so we can make more progress on that initiative with the international students and transfer students.
Yeah. Do you think is it viable to group up within this week?
Yeah, that's what we're planning.
Cool. All right, Meta, what about you?
Hi, so starting off from where we left off before spring break, I was able to meet with a dining committee. Sorry, should I leave that for when you ask for committee updates?
Up to you.
Okay, I'll do it now then. But yeah, I met up with dining committee services, and before that, David from there actually reached out to me because I'm a member of MSA, like Muslim Student Association, and he wanted to gauge how students are feeling about halal options, especially because they took away halal shack and Ramadan is approaching. And I don't know if you guys know about Ramadan, but it's a month-long fasting period. And so it was kind of, there was actually a lot of complaints last year, the year before COVID, about like UMBC and Ramadan basically, because we basically fasting ended before 8 p.m. I mean, sorry, fasting lasted like after 8 p.m. And that meant like none of the students with meal plans could really go to D Hall because like there was no takeout options. So it was kind of like a frustrating period. So I worked with MSA and I reached out to their board and I reached out to some members and I was just like gathering some like this is going to be a new initiative I'm making, like basically working with dining committee on Ramadan and just like planning out things with them. But yeah, I just wanted to like I sent them the complaints I've received. It sounds weird saying complaints, but like, basically that was it. From students and like my own for how they conducted Ramadan during the normal semester, so they can hold it in place. But since there's no takeout options this semester, it's going to be fine. I mean, there is takeout option, it's going to be fine. So yeah, and then we're just working. I was just working on some other things like they told me that they're going to continue updating me with Ramadan things and asking me for my opinion. And we're working to see if we can change student. I also don't know if you guys know, but they basically took away halal shack and there's something called student options now offered in the comments, and it's like they just switch it up every once in a while. And like I think now it's tacos or something related to that. I'm not sure. Before it was like actually I'm not sure because I don't have a meal plan. But we are gonna do something that offers halal food during the month of Ramadan. So I'm gonna okay, so it's tacos, okay. And yeah, so we're gonna include that, and hopefully I'm also working on some other things with them just to like make it easy for Ramadan students, because they did this like meal kit thing and it was the dumbest thing ever. Like they included like 2 dates and I don't know, it was a whole meal swipe and it was like called Ramadan like meal kits. I don't know if you guys ever seen it in comments, but that was the worst thing ever. So I'm asking them to not do it this semester and like do other things like include dates in the dining committee just so students can pick it up and like not say dining committee, oh my god, in D hall. And yeah, we're working through that, and I'm gonna be continuing working on that until the month of Ramadan. And I just told them some more information about like because they didn't know much about like the times and stuff. So yeah, so that was kind of nice because I didn't even think that it was gonna work out like that. In the sense of me being a member of MSA. And as for my own initiative updates, I met up with both Kayla from Office of Sustainability and Jack from RSA. And we planned out the last of our. So we decided to switch to compost buckets, and because Kayla was able to find this amazing program that offers 40 free buckets to schools starting up their own compost bins. So it was amazing that but they also like you just basically pay for the bags and you get 40 free buckets, and that's beautiful because the buckets are like at least like I think around $7 each. So we get 40 free buckets, but we want it to be 50. It's going to be like an opt-in program where students sign up to compost, and we want it to be 50 students. So we're going to pay for 10 extra along with the 40 free buckets, and we just have to pay for the compost bags. So yeah, so we're changing around to incorporate that, and we sorry, oh, the total ended up coming around like less than 300, so that's kind of amazing. And we're working. Sorry, I'm gonna be working with Jack to see because he says that I don't know how much RSA is going to contribute, but he says that he can match it because RSA really wants to work on sustainability initiatives. So hopefully he can match half of it. So I'm going to be working on a proposal. Hopefully I can present it for the next meeting. I'll communicate this with you, Kai. But yeah, hopefully we can finally start like just basically put this program. Now that we have a month left, I want to at least like get the students to start with the composting. So yeah, and I'm gonna be reaching out to some social media and also like you also the communications department to like promote the sustainability thing. And if anyone's on campus and wants to do composting, please, or knows anyone on campus that will do composting when like the promotion starts, if you guys could also promote that, that would be great. So yeah.
Dope. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that RSA is able to at least trying to match.
I'm not gonna be so. I was so surprised because especially with what they did with the with you Kai with the free menstrual products, I didn't think they were gonna contribute anything. So, but they were like, he seemed like very eager to contribute. So I don't think we're gonna SGA has to pay for a lot. I feel like it's gonna be around 100 or 200 maybe. I don't know. I'm generally surprised that about all the cost of all of this. I didn't think it's gonna be so little, but it is, and hopefully, yeah, RSA can contribute half.
Cool. Oh, exciting stuff. I can't wait to see the final outcome of what these buckets offer or look like. Yeah, cool.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, and I'll get in touch with you about proposal stuff because grammar sucks.
Yeah,
English
would you
sucks.
think I can promote if I do it, if we work on it this week, we can present it next week?
Of course.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Meta. Very thorough. Next, we got Nail Benet.
Yeah, so since my initiative wrapped up before spring break, and I obviously wasn't going to, sorry, that sounds rude, but I wasn't going to do any work over spring break. I don't have any updates, but I was thinking about like something I can do just for like the last 2 months of school. I don't think UMBC has really released any statement about the Asian hate crimes that's been happening or anything like that. But I was thinking maybe my initiative just for the end of the month could be like maybe hosting a virtual like safe space event for the Asian students at UMBC to like share information or just like talk about. Yeah, to me that's not good enough, sorry. Or just like talk about, you know, their resources or things that they've like noticed in their community, or like just to get to know other Asian students that are here, like freshmen, incoming freshmen. So I think that might be my initiative. And if, of course, if anyone wants to work with me on that, that'd be great too. It'd probably just be like a WebEx space or something like that. But I think that'd be good. Thanks, Jessica. Because I know BSU hosted one when George Floyd was murdered, and it honestly helped me out a lot dealing with the situation. So it'd be good if we could like get an organization or like some orgs together to just host like a safe space event. So I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, that's great. I that I think that that's something that we all UMBC needs right now. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but I hope you and Jessica can connect sometime within this week and um, get it good, cool. Okay. Thanks, Nibune. Reese.
Yep. So I think last week I made a little short link for the menstrual product availability sheet, in which I sent that to Wendy, so you can ask them for that. It's just like apps.umc.edu/MPA. I mean, it is kind of long, but it's better than just the randomly generated hash for Google Docs. And then Marshad and I had a productive meeting with David and Romy about the inclusion courtyard, but just about like changing physical spaces at UMBC in general. And so we're going to modify a proposal, try to talk to Nancy and Len, see what we can still do and what we can't do. But also that meeting inspired me that I want to modify Prove It. I don't want to bring back Prove It because I don't think it's necessary anymore, but I want to bring back a workshop that is like a spiritual successor to it. So if anyone is interested in create a workshop in which we would have like a big, basically just a big brainstorm about how we can change UMBC, identifying information silos and resource holes and things like that. That's kind of where my interest is, and I think that I don't think we'll be able to host it this year, but we'd be able to plan out enough activities that somebody could implement it next year. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I think holding an event would be pretty dope. Yeah, Prove It. It's been gone for 2 years now, I think. So I think it's best to let it be dead. But I agree with you full-heartedly. Do you think it's plausible to hold this between now and April?
I don't think it's like out of the picture, but I think that in my mind, it was better suited to be in person. But of course, like it could be virtual.
Hmm.
I don't know if I want to sacrifice the purity of my vision.
Yeah. We can go more in depth about it during our one-on-ones, but
Yeah, I'll definitely talk to you on this good idea. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, Reese. Patrick.
So yeah, same thing. Just coming off of break. I think me and Wendy are going to reconnect. I know she has some information on her end. I do apologize. The JR was going to be finished for today, but I wanted to make sure we incorporate any new information. So that will be guaranteed 100% here by next week. So we'll get that done, have a discussion about that, and keep moving forward. So that's my goal for this week.
Cool. Thanks. Just send it my way before Saturday, and I'll make sure to put it on the agenda. Dope. All right, thanks, Patrick. Wendy.
So I didn't get a ton done, but I did connect with Rob Farrell, who is a community organizer with Organizing Black. And then I asked about Divest MCE specifically during Alternative Spring Break, and then he gave me like a general sort of game plan that we can use for all sorts of like social change. And then he also had a lot of resources that he shared related to this initiative. So I've been slowly going through them. There's a lot of like more general stuff, so it's not just specific to like the state mandate for USM. And I'm seeing if I can get more information about that mandate too, because I think it's like only a legislative thing that can fix it.
Cool. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm glad that alternative spring break went well. Z.
I got OEI on board.
Hey. Oop. I think your mic's going in and out, Z. But I'm glad OEI got on board. Is it ever? Don't worry, Z. We'll reconvene on our one-on-ones this week. As for my update, I goofed up and I forgot res gas were things, so I gotta fill out a res gaf in order for the allocation form to go forward. So it's all on me. But after that, we're all good to go. Okay. That was our initiative updates. Share governance committees. Not Nailabene, I'm sorry. Mena. Did you happen to take down any notes for that share governance committee? It makes monthly reports so much easier.
I will try to update. Sorry, I completely forgot. It was on Friday, so it was right before spring break.
I got you.
But I do remember what they some of the information, and I think it might be recorded. So I'll just ask if it is. So I'll do that soon. Sorry.
No worries. Everything you said earlier, this meeting is recording, so I'll just refer back to that.
Oh, that was
Are there
just,
any?
sorry. As part of the committee meeting, he just wanted to ask for halal options, but another part was like, they were working on more. I think I said it again, but they're still working on the same thing. But they're working on more sustainability and like D Hall, and they planned this like smoothie. I'm not really sure, but I want to call it a compost smoothie, but I'm not sure. But it's like scrapes, fresh like scrapes from like I don't know, fruits and vegetables and stuff, and they're gonna like make a smoothie out of it. It sounds, I don't know what this is. But it's kind of cool that it's sustainable, and apparently it's like an actual thing that tastes good. So they're working on their event to do that and promote the smoothie option thing on Z Hall like for one day. So yeah, Z Hall's planning some good things, but I'm glad to see them caring so much about sustainability.
Huh.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. Scrap smoothie.
That's
Sounds
what
good.
I don't really completely understand what it is, but I think the event is happening soon, so I'll probably be going and seeing what it's all about, and yeah, I'll let you.
Wendy, yeah.
So I have a question about like dining in general, because then I know you've been really involved with them in the past. Do you know what company Chartwell's is under? Like there's like apparently a larger group, because I heard from this one partner during ASB that it's actually the same company that like does like prison food, and I was just curious about that.
No, I did not know that. If you want, we can work on that, and like I can help you reach out to them, and I can bring.
Oh yeah, I saw Reese's chat. It's called Compass Group, but yeah, I did not know that they were like one and the same. So that's
If I can
Yeah.
interject on that for a second, the problem with we've looked at this before. So their competitor Aramark also supplies prisons. So it's actually very hard to find a catering group for higher education that does not have some involvement with prisons in one state or another. Because I share this concern, but until we create like a new corporation, we're kind of SOL with that kind of issue. Unless you can get them to divest, but that's a whole different discussion.
Yeah, I had no idea, but I can still bring it up in the next standing committee meeting if you want, Wendy. And
Yeah, that would be great. Because
send you the meeting if you want to come as well. So yeah.
oh yes, please, that would be great.
Okay.
Whew. I knew Chartwell's had like a monopoly hold, but I didn't know it was that large to an extent. My goodness. Yeah, are there any other shared governance committee updates? If not, I know Wendy, you have something.
Yeah, I don't think any SGCs met during like spring break, but I have a meeting next Monday on the 29th for landscape and stewardship. There's information regarding like stream restoration and like some other things, but I can't make it because I have my reflection symposium at the same time. So it's from 1:30 to 2:30 on Monday. Do you know anyone who's available?
Is there anyone available Monday from
Monday.
1?
Wait, you said what time Monday?
1:30 to 2:30 p.m. and it's for landscape and stewardship.
Okay.
That was not.
Machi, I think you might already be one of the student reps for that. Let me double check. Yeah, Machi, because you were the other person from Senate who's actually on that SGC, so I was looking for a substitute. But thank you so much for offering.
Oh, I didn't know if that was on neighborhood relations or on both.
Oh, I just saw your question about your neighborhood relations SGC meeting. Maybe you guys aren't meeting this March because it's like just one more week or so since spring break.
Can I get the invite for the one on Monday? I don't have a calendar invite for it for the landscaping SGC.
It says you are invited, but I can send you the meeting link and information after this meeting.
Thank you.
Besides that, I don't have classroom committee until like Wednesday. So I will probably be reporting on that next Monday.
Wendy, I can substitute for you.
Thank you, Kai. Does that work with your schedule and everything? I know you're busy.
I can achieve. If I strap my boots, I can go to the moon and the stars. So feel free to forward that to me. Cool. Yeah. Some announcements. I have a few announcements. I was going to do it over spring break, but it totally slipped my mind. So by the end of today, I will draft up the monthly report for Senate, and I will go ahead and send in the draft to the WebEx team chat. And if y'all could look over it before we submit it to the comms department, that would be very much appreciated. Just to make sure like I have everything written down correct, so the newsletter has all your information. Okay, and next I wanted to announce that this Friday, Top 4 will be meeting with Provost Rouse to discuss about free hour. So that way the compensation's like Fridays from, I believe, 2 to 5 is free hour, or 3 to 5. Rashad, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but that's what we discussed at our steering committee this morning.
Very, very early stages, but right now it's looking like 2 to 5 on Friday.
Yeah, that's better than no free hour. So, when we hear word back, we'll reconvene. But there's so many labs during that time. Yeah, that's the thing we talked about over on steering committee this morning. I from what I was told, the lab hours are from Monday through Friday, or Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Friday was the best day. But Friday too, Manna
I've
said.
heard of I've heard of Orgo Labs doing Friday. I know Orgo 2 has Friday dates, and I think a couple others. I'm not sure. Like, to me, like, I don't think it's every lab, but it's a little bit weird that that's at least 100. Like, I don't know if they'll be able to accommodate, especially during COVID, because I remember they can only have sorry, I work in the stockroom that accommodates all these labs. So like, I just know that there's 6 students per. They were already struggling enough to spread out labs, because they're all hybrid. So I'm kind of confused on how that's gonna work. I don't think they can remove Friday completely, because it makes it hard then to bring in students that will be a safe distance. So that's interesting. Maybe one of you guys could bring it up in the next meeting.
Yeah, Rashad, if you could echo that to I guess Provost Rouse during your meeting. I know like scheduling comes out on the 29th, I think. So
Yeah, because it's just one of the few hybrid classes that have been offered have been labs. So that's one of the actual few COVID. I don't know, that's surprising to me, because there's not that many hybrid classes, but definitely labs have been. So yeah, that's interesting.
I agree. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. Are there any more announcements anyone wants to chime in with? No? Okay. So I guess with that being said, I will adjourn the meeting at 6:28 p.m. and I'm gonna stop this recording.